Hi, you're listening to
Dead Dad Disco
with me, Matty.
And me, Marina.
Together we're exploring the complexities, memories and laughter around the grief of our dead dads.
So maybe you like disco.
Maybe you don't.
Maybe you like talking about your dead dads.
Maybe you don't.
Either way,
we hope that you can get something from this. Hello.
Whoa! Oh my god, you pushed me backwards with your voice.
I know, what a power. What a power ballad of a hello. Hello, welcome to the 7th episode.
7. Wow.
Of Dead Dad Disco.
And that's it. Thank you very much for joining us. We are in, it's probably going to sound very echoey today, listeners, but because I do a big shout out here to a local pub called the Stoke Arms, who have given us this lovely little function room. Although myself and our guest, Ayeisha, who is here.
Hello, Ayeisha.
We have sat on one side of the table, Timothy, and I'm not joking when I say our chins just about touch the table because we're so low down. So I'm just trying to build a picture there for you of how we're recording today. But it's nice doing it in a different place.
That's it. If you can imagine me looking just incredibly superior to you
like
feeble women.
Yes.
Or look like a therapist, yeah. Could have gone that route, couldn't they? But never mind.
Yeah. So we are joined today by our first guest for 2026. We have Ayeisha in the house. So awkward, isn't it? Hello. Hello, nice to meet you all.
Hello.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. And we
coming on.
actually know you through a good friend of mine, Lizzie. Big shout out to Lizzie Bennett.
Yeah, big shout out to Lizzie B.
She is lots of fun. We love her lots. So very pleased that she put us on your radar. I think that's what happened, was it?
A bit of, yes,
Yeah.
exactly, that way, yeah.
Nice.
Awkwardly so. She kind of did this weird, climb up to me and was like, I thought maybe you would be interested in this podcast my friend's doing. And I was just like, not knowing it would be anything to do with dead dads. And she's like, it's called Dead Dad Disco. To which I obviously burst out laughing. And she just kind of rustled in her body, just like, yeah, it was great. I'm really glad she put me on.
Oh, that was a good shout. She's a good friend for that. And we're very pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
It's nice. It's quite, when you're talking about the reaction of Dead Dad Disco, and then I just laughed. I think I've been trying to tell friends and people about it, and it's kind of the reactions are it's about that. It's not about I don't know, my Beanie Bear collection or anything like that.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah,
absolutely not. So yeah, it's almost a bit, the reactions to it. It's what? Ooh.
Do you know, I know some people struggle to bring it up as well, and especially if they haven't lost a parent. I think it's that. I love that you laughed. That would probably be my reaction if someone came to me with that. Because you've lived through it, you can be more comfortable if someone broaches it. But my other half has been trying to build up the bravery to recommend this podcast to a friend at work who has sadly lost his father this year. He'd also lost 3 different family members in a short space of time, so it's been really hard for him. But bless his heart, he's not yet been able to do it. And yet I know that this person would probably laugh and be like, oh my God, that sounds awful. I'll listen to that. But it's really difficult because Seb has not lost a parent. He's like, how do I bring that up? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in touch with Lizzie, who can teach him the awkward and hopefully that'll work out.
It's like a body bop.
Yes. Or just next house party, just start playing one of your episodes just mid and be like, anybody interested in this?
If you'd like to make your way into the library, my podcast is playing.
Everyone has a dead dad, just go to the left. Let's go this way.
Kind of like these art installations when you go to museums and stuff and you go into this dark room where there's strategically placed headphones and a screen.
And pictures of dead dads.
And you're always stepping kind of halfway through and you're like, nah, I'm not going to. Not today. Not today. I'll come back in 3 minutes when it starts again. Never to return.
I was going to jump in and explain something. So, listeners, you didn't hear from us in December, and I'm sure thousands of people out there are wondering why. Or just maybe our 12 listeners, I don't know. But we avoided it, didn't we? Because who wants to talk about grief at Christmas? No. It's hard enough just getting through it. How was Christmas for you, Matty? How are you?
Christmas happened.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
But no, it was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Just wanted to kind of pass it through, really.
Yeah.
Like a...
Hard poo.
You guys talk about poo a lot
We do.
here.
It's because we're children. It's so funny.
How am I? Yeah, I'm okay. I think for me, what I've been doing quite recently with things is I've been, because you know I'm a bit catastrophizer anyway.
Oh yeah.
But it's been kind of more so, but also, so something tiny will happen.
Yeah.
And then I catastrophize it into something like absolutely massive. Like Sam might do something really small to like piss me off. And then I've left him for like an Italian supermodel and I'm moving to Nice and, you know, or I just catastrophize things in my head, or like something will go wrong with a house and then like, all right, I'm moving out, I'm doing this. It's like, no, you're not, mate. You're just pissed off about something.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it just does barrel down to me missing my dad, and I'm just like, why can I not just accept that kind of feeling and have to put it either on someone else or on something else? But also just, or work, you know, like, fuck it, I'm leaving. To do what? You know, am I really? So yeah, it's been a bit lots of catastrophizing over the smallest inconveniences.
Yeah.
So
That's how you deal though, mate. I think that's why we get on. I do exactly the same thing. And interestingly, we both have very stable partners who go, no, let's just stop for a minute.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I've been. Ayeisha?
Oh
you've
yeah,
been-
sorry, I was into it there. I think I'm very, very similar. I really struggle with anger. It's a natural emotion for me. But I had my entire childhood where I wasn't meant to be angry. I wasn't allowed to be angry.
Ooh.
So it's now, I would say actually in the most recent years, it is like unfolding at mass quantities. And I'm not quite sure how to deal with it. And I think that's kind of what's been going. So like Christmas for me, I went to the Lake District, which was my dad's favourite place. We went every year for 16 years. And I decided to not be with the rest of my family because I've had so much pressure to always be with them and make everything and fix everything, make it good, and it's never worked out very well. And so it was just me and my partner, and I really wanted to channel some emotion. I couldn't fucking channel any of it. I did all the things as well. I went to his favourite pub. It was a YHA. It's really shit, but like he really liked it. I did like a climb on my own. I went and sat on a rock and like contemplated for a long time. I told my partner, give me a moment, like, and nothing happened. It was really, really irritating.
What an anticlimax.
It was such a fucking anticlimax. And then I was driving home and I went the wrong way and I was just like, well, this is fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Didn't even get what I wanted. But so yeah, I'm feeling a lot of anger. The same, I have a partner who is the most chill person. He is not secure with his anxiety or depression. So that's why we're teamed up. And he's definitely got a bit of like severe anxiety at the moment. But he will switch quite quickly that I'm the anger in the relationship, and he's just like, oh okay, I'm going to take the dog out. And I'm like, thank fuck, because I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting to be left alone.
Now I don't have to kill you.
Exactly. And that is so close to killing him quite a lot of the time. For no reason, it's just he's so wonderful. You know, sometimes if they're too wonderful, you're like, can you be more of a dick? Give me a reason. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm grappling with, is just like anger that is being pulled out from places where I should feel angry, but it's definitely amplified by what is that other thing that I'm kind of ignoring in the back there? Yeah.
We were bonding about anger just as you arrived, actually, before we started recording, because we all do that very British thing of like, hello, lovely to meet you, how are you? Yes, I'm good. Which, Matt, you were very good at. You were very professional. And then you turned to me and I went, I'm angry. And then both of you turned around and went, me too. I was like, yeah, good. I'm not hiding this. It's January and it's cold and it's grey and it's just, I hate this time of year. I'm angry about it. I'm very
It's
angry.
going to be like Gremlin coming out in a minute, like,
I have a Vecna inside me trying to get out. It's literally how I feel. Yeah, but I had a lovely Christmas. Thank you very much, everybody, for asking.
If you give us,
No, I'm joking.
if you give us a fucking chance.
No, I didn't. Do you know, Seb has told me, what he calls it? Oh, you've got the talkies. I am terrible for it, I know. I just go on with. Anyway, no, interesting. The anger, I'm in an angry phase of my life as well because of pushing it down and having to look after family for years. And the reason I had a good Christmas is that this is the first year I was okay with not having any family other than my own kids. And it feeling like, yeah, I'm all right with that. You know, they're dead, they're gone. I'm alone. I have
Slackified.
Yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
And that is the first Christmas that has happened ever. Although, would you like a funny that I did? I'm such a degenerate.
Is it poo related?
No, sadly not. This was actually, sometimes I forget the fact that I get very pissed off at people whose fathers are alive.
Absolutely.
I get really angry about that. And Seb has both of his parents, which quite frankly I think is selfish. So,
what, together?
yeah, at the same time,
same
both
time.
breathing.
Living in...
Healthy as well, can I say?
Oh my gosh.
Engaged in his life, live round the corner. What a fucking living.
That sounds horrible.
Awful. So what I like to do is be a prick. And you think, right, because Seb's got a wonderful father. He's got wonderful parents, but his dad in particular, he's like, if you could design a dad, this is the dad you would want. And so, you know, when I met him, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. You're so lucky. And he was kind of like ready, open-armed to be my family as well. I mean, you know, asked me about my dad, actually, and learning. He was like, that's so sad. Well, if you ever need anything, I'm here, darling. Oh. And I went, nope. Absolutely not. I will not accept this love. You are not my father. So I'm denying myself the love, right? So what I did is, I'm quite embarrassed about this, so I'm kind of giving context. We said, let's have a quiet one. Don't want to go out. I've been very antisocial, actually. I don't really want to do anything. So cancelled plans, was like, just have a quiet one. We do drinks at the pub on New Year's Day to do a photo album. So I was like, let's just aim for that. So I got drunk. We got very drunk. The opposite of what was meant to happen. And then we get to the evening and Seb went, I do really want to go down to see my dad because he's on his own. My mum's at work. I feel sorry for him. And I was like, yeah. Well, I want to see my dad. But we did. I didn't really. We both went down to his dad, and he knew it was going to happen. We do it nearly every New Year's Eve. We end up at their house terrorising them. So we bundle in very drunk and spent the evening terrorising him, and went across the road to the neighbours and terrorised them. I think I went in and went celebrate my presents. They were having a very quiet, sober New Year's Eve. Seb came in behind me and went, "Don't, you've got a voice. You don't have to listen to her." And I went, "No, everybody get up and dance." Then I ran back across the road to his dad, sang New Year's Eve with him, and then went, "I'm leaving." So that's a bit about me.
I love that. It's an actual sitcom moment, isn't it?
God, it's awful. Oh, I don't know why he still speaks to me, but there you go.
It sounds like the worst thing. I think what I also took from that is when you're saying about, come and meet my dad. Yeah, I'd like to see my dad too. Yeah. It's these kind of silent things that we say. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm with like Sam's dad, it'll be something, I was going to do this, or Sam's dad about it. In my head, I'm like, good for you. Yeah. Or like, of course you are. You know, like, well, I wish I could too.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Yeah.
And I'm so glad that these don't like impromptuly like. I'm so glad I don't have dead dad Tourette's.
Yeah. I have, so not to interrupt, but me and a colleague both have dead dads. There's three of us, actually. Three of us have dead dads, nice. All within a space of 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And she'll be listening, so Amber. She lost her dad a year ago, and it was a very gradual death, but also quite sudden in the same sense. I'll let her tell that story, but she has that. She will be like, she will say the stuff that I want to say, and it won't be harsh necessarily, but she'll be like, well, fuck you for that. and she'll put in like messages as well, being like, I can't deal with my dad's grief today because someone take my shift. And it's exactly
Get
what
on,
I
Amber.
want it. It's just amazing.
That's
and
brilliant.
I do want to be like,
Be more
fucking
Amber.
well done.
Yeah.
Be more Amber, honestly.
Use that grief.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
Express
And
it.
I think we need Amber to. I'm definitely going to take that work one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not ever use
I mean, what the
this
hell?
mass
Why would you
manipulation?
use this? Yeah.
We
What?
do it all the time.
What are they going to say?
Because there's no time limit on it. Because that would be funny, wouldn't it? Because we talk a lot. We have had discussions around how it feels like there's a imposed time limit on how long you can grieve for. You know, everyone cares for about 6 months, and then it's like, come on. But I want to use that. My dad's died like nearly 2 decades ago. Like, sorry, not today.
Yeah.
Because what
Yeah.
can an employer do? Can't be like, well, hang on, that was 22 years ago, Marina. I'm like, and?
But it's.
Do they know how long ago it was?
No.
They don't need
No,
to know.
they have no
It could
idea.
be yesterday.
But then it's tricky because I work for myself, so.
Your internal dialogue is like, get the fuck over it, Marina.
Yes,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ. Yeah.
I'm my own boss and I know too much about it. Sorry, I can't come do this stand-up gig. I'm grieving.
I feel like you could profit from your like dead parents in that it's like, oh, it's their anniversary. Where it's like, well, I'm not going to use my annual leave to cover the grief. That's more annual leave I can have.
Yeah.
That's free, you know.
100%.
This is a gold mine.
Oh my God, yeah, it's the anniversary of my dad's death.
Yeah, I
oh
can't
yeah,
believe
this happens every year with Matt, yeah. It's the anniversary of his dad's death, and yeah, he always goes on holiday this time of
needs
year.
time.
Yeah, he needs time. No, he doesn't take it on annual leave. No.
He needs a lot of sun as
He
well.
just phones in.
Yeah. I have done that though. I think last year I was like, oh, it's been 4 years. I can handle this one.
Yeah.
It's actually very close. It's February 24th. Weirdly, it's an emoji icon on WhatsApp. It's I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah.
It's like obviously just like a calendar emoji, but it's his death date, and
my
I don't know
God.
why, but it's always up there. But yeah, last year I was like, I won't book it off this year. I won't do it. But I
Yeah.
went into work. I was on work the night before. I just went in and I was like, I'm not doing tomorrow. I'm not.
I'm not.
Just so you know. And they're like, any reason? I was like, my dad died. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And then I just went out to my colleagues. I was like, I won't be in tomorrow. I can't handle the grief. I just went out. I was like, I think you can in that instance.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to be any use to you. Or
Yeah.
to myself. So I might as well just
What's
not be
the
here.
point? Check out. And it is a lot more allowed now. It's a mental health day, isn't it? You're allowed. You're actually allowed to feel things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Perfect tip. You need to bank that.
So New Year's here.
New year, new me.
2020 pricks. So New Year's resolutions, perhaps. What New Year's resolution would you give your dad, Ayeisha?
Would I give him?
Yeah.
So what he had to do.
Or would there be a New Year's resolution where you're like, look, Dad, actually, you really should, you know.
Can I do one that I would give him and one he would definitely give me?
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
One I would definitely have given him is that he really is. This is huge, and you wouldn't be able to do it in a wanna resolution. But he really needed to deal with some of his past massively. I think as I work through some of whatever the emotions he was feeling, he was a very emotional person, and it would come out in jabs, like once a year. It would be quite extreme as well, very heavy. I'll come to that later because it's part of the funny kind of thing.
Okay. Circle
but-
back to that.
It would, because he became less present that way, which was really unfortunate. He was very involved in our lives, but was so in his head constantly that he would just fester in there, and you couldn't connect on a day-to-day basis. And I think he really lost out on that.
Yeah.
So that would be for him. For me, I know what he would say is spend more time with your mum. It was always that. Like, whatever situation, it was like, if I went, I really want to quit my job, he'd be like, well, spend more time with your mum. It was literally everything. It'd be like, I think I don't want kids. And you'd be like, spend more time with your mum. Just like everything was that response.
Oh, wow.
And weirdly, I think without realising I do spend more time with my mum. She's not around as much because she spends half the time in Lincolnshire, so she's not here as much, but we do have a lot more quality time together. And that, I think
that's a knock-on from...
I think so. I think it was just the circumstances that played out. Me and my mum were very on everything.
Yeah.
And we're dealing with a lot of stuff that we spent more time together. The kind of lovely and unfortunate part is that she's become less of my mother and more of a
friend.
Yeah. Which is lovely. I think we connect more, we talk to each other a lot more, but there is that element. I really fucking miss. I really want my mum to comfort me and she still does it, but I think it's become a scenario now where I'm so used to protecting her or supporting her and trying to fix her problems that it doesn't come naturally for me to take it from her anymore. If I was ill, I would never go to someone else and be like, Mummy, Mummy, come and rub my head, please, or something. And now it's not, I did message her today, for instance, and it's like, this fucking happened, now I've got to go and do this, and I'm going to eat shit. And she was just like, actually, what did she say? I was like, why is nothing ever simple? And her response, let's see, it was actually quite a good mom moment, I think. Bear with.
Yeah.
No one can see me leaning in there. Bear with me, please.
Hold the space.
She said, in my experience, life is only simple for short bursts. And that was it.
Wow.
No, that's ChatGPT.
I don't think she knows what that is. And then the emoji was that.
Oh, yeah, that's real.
But yeah, I hope that answered it.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, I like the serious side and the jokey side.
Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah.
What about you guys?
What would your dad's New Year's resolutions be?
Okay, shall I do the same thing? I quite like what would I give them and what would they say to me? So I've got two dads.
Yeah, selfish.
So I think...
They're both dead.
They're both dead!
You don't win.
So it's a double negative. Double loss. I don't win, oh yeah. So I'd say, Bio Bob, I think my resolution to him, interestingly, would be to sort his relationship out with his family. This is a lot I learnt from him, is that he was great at friendships and things like that, but his actual own family and kids, he was not very good at being there for. And I think his advice to me would be, move out to Thailand, darling. Leave your family. Would probably be that. And then good old John. What did we call John? We had a nickname for him. I can't remember what it was. We had Bio Bob. Klingon John. It really hurts me to call him that.
Oh.
Because he was really like my dad. He's the one that I genuinely miss because he was there through my childhood. And my advice to him would be, could you please go back in time and stop smoking sooner so that you don't get lung cancer? So it's quite an easy resolution, really. But I think for him, again, a serious one for him, it would be try and settle down a bit. I kind of loved him for it, but he was always on the road and he was always visiting people up and down, so never really stopped and stationary and making a home for himself because he never got over the grief of losing his son, who died in a motorcycle accident. So I just don't think he could ever make a home again after that. So it'd be facing that. That generation didn't really face that stuff. They just buried it. And then his resolution to me, God, I don't know. I think he's such a joker. I don't know that he would be able to give me anything serious. It might be stop finding so much joy in winding people up. I think
Terrible
it would be
advice.
that. I think it would be that. Yeah. I mean, he taught me that, so he's to blame. And how about you, Matty?
I think it's very quick. It's for my dad to be more present would be nice. But I think he'd probably say that same about me being more present. Just stop worrying about stuff and just chill out. Like, it's not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
Really, on the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, maybe that.
Spend more time at your allotment.
Yeah, maybe. All these things that I'm doing now that my dad probably wished I did with him when he was alive, like gardening and walking and stuff like that. It's yeah.
Isn't that the fucking kicker as well? Is that you start doing stuff, whether it's conscious or not, doing the stuff that they wanted you to, which you enjoy as well, but you don't fucking do it at the time.
That's it.
What is programmed in here? What's going on?
The reason, even every time I'm doing these things that I enjoy, it's then creeping up, isn't it? Like, oh, Dad would have loved me to do this. Oh, but I didn't do it with him when he was alive. Oh, I'm such a shit person.
Yeah.
Where's that bus? I'm going to jump in front of it. You know, like, might as well just keep digging this hole at the allotment, jump in it.
At least then I can spend time with him.
Doing stuff together, both in a hole.
Yeah. Feeding the worms.
Feeding the worms. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess those would be the New Year's resolutions. Which I think New Year's resolutions are a bit like they're nice to have, aren't they? Just to kind of set you on the right path, but also there's so much pressure in it.
I have never ever done it. Ever.
I've written them down. I've never actually followed through on them, like ever. Mine's always weight loss. I'm like, no, didn't happen. Being more social didn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to commit to failures.
No, it's exactly that, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
I know I'm going to fail.
Yeah.
The other person in my head's like, yeah. You keep doing you.
Talking about your dad a little bit. Would you mind? Can you tell us about your dad?
Yeah.
So let us.
Yeah. My dad was David John Simmons.
David Johnson.
John Simmons.
John Simmons.
Very classic name. He was literally me in male version. Definitely was. I'm the youngest of 3 girls, and there's a bit of an age gap. So my eldest sister is 48. My middle sister is 42, and then I'm 37. So I was an accident. The best accident.
Me too.
And I was meant to be male, and they definitely tried to treat me like I was a boy.
Me too. I was meant to be a boy called Harold.
Oh, I was going to be called Liam. I'm really fucking glad.
Oh my god, I was supposed to be male too.
My dad would love you. So where was I going with that? I don't know if I actually
Was he a
had.
David or a Dave?
Both. My grandma would be like, David, like that, but he was a Dave.
He was a Dave.
Dave and Din, that's my mom. Din.
Oh, dear.
Denise. Din.
Nice.
He is exactly like me, very, very stubborn, very, very playful, very, very blunt in lots of ways. Could definitely be misread a lot of the time. He spent, I think he had a really complicated childhood, which has never really been explained to me, but so did my mom, and that's kind of how they met. They both had some really big trauma that they met at 16, got married at 18, moved on, did all their things. I feel it's fairly classic, isn't it?
That generation, but every time I'm reminded of it and how it's so different for our generation, it's just mad, isn't it? You're babies at that point.
Exactly. I can't even commit to my partner properly. I'm 37.
I know.
And he's like, kids, and I'm like, really don't know. Like, really push your time as well. So they moved out. My first sister that was born within a year of their marriage wasn't diagnosed at the time, was severely autistic, wasn't very well known in the late 70s. And my dad became very, very distant, and my mum became very, very mentally ill as well. So I think from a very young age for him, he was just quite stoic, like had a lot of pressure on him from the family. He was the eldest of 3 as well, and desperately wanted family. So he created this lovely bond of all of us, but it came with a lot of backlash of that, his anger issues and his stress issues and his work habits. I don't know about your dad's, but they worked like 7 days a week. And you never saw them, and then they really tried to infiltrate in your relationships and that, and it didn't work very well. But I was kind of, I feel sad for my sisters because I had more of a bond as a young person because my dad realised it when I was born that he was a bit distant, and so I had a lot more one-on-one time with him. He taught me how to swim. I have this, this is not related, but I have this really hilarious memory of, do you remember, I don't know if you did this in nursery, they take you swimming to see what your abilities are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember this memory so well of me trying to go across and being like going under, and just the 2 teachers looking and being like, I don't think she's And I was humiliated by that, and my dad then took me swimming and taught me to swim.
Lovely.
So we used to go every Monday before school. He would go in the sauna. I do lengths after he taught me. Obviously, I wasn't just like, it's like the lifeguard constantly being like, "Fuck it," bringing her out. Then I get popcorn, and then usually if it was after or before school, usually after, we'd then go to our local pub. I lived in the Midlands at the time. I'd have a little Malibu and Coke, because that's what you did. And we had a really strong bond in that sense. And I think that's why I became very similar to him. So he could be quite quiet a lot of the time as well. And then have these outbursts of like, he was the man's man. You know, like when you go into an old school pub and he's like in the corner and he's like, fucking hilarious, man. You know, bringing out all the jokes and everyone's like, Dave's a classy dude. And then it's different when he was at home. He was like playful, but constantly exhausted, like from work and like his family outside and all of that. And the really unfortunate part is that over time he got more and more chill. Got really more chill, and he invested so much time into putting all of his money into savings for his retirement. And so by the time, so this happened in COVID, by the time we got to COVID, we were on a good place, I think. We'd had one full-on bust up where I was just like, finally confronted him after years of never confronting him or my mum about something where I was just like, I'm brave enough to say.
It takes a while.
You get there. I think he called me indifferent and unappreciative and disrespectful, and I was like, I'm none of those things, none of them. And obviously later on realised sometimes I could absolutely do those things. But then COVID came along, and he'd worked as a butcher his entire life and worked for a little place called Reynolds in Exmouth. The owner wasn't very good and basically made him redundant. And like at the worst time. And he was starting to feel ill at that point. We didn't know anything about this stuff. And I remember saying, are you going to look for another job? And he's like, do you know what? I've talked to him on. I think I'm just going to retire now. I think I'm just going to wait until I can get my cash ins and then whatever. Fortunately died after that, a couple of weeks later. Which was initially, I didn't mean to go into this, but I will just for the effect of it. He died at home. And at the time we thought it was a heart attack. And because it was COVID, it's so rough. Because it was COVID, people didn't run out and come and collect a body at that time. So we sat with him in the lounge for like a good couple of hours. It was very strange. And because of COVID, we didn't get the results back for a long time.
No, because of the waiting list.
Exactly. Yeah. So it took like 4 weeks where my mom was torturing herself because she had to do CPR. Of like, I should have known. I should have fucking known or whatever. It was actually lung cancer.
Was it really?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he had like an 10 centimetre tumour on his lung. And the joke around it as well is fucking hilarious. Almost a ruler.
Almost a ruler. In his lung. Suffocated him from the inside.
Organs failed straight away. Oh God, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, the joke is, it was from smoking, and we've had an ongoing joke, me and my middle sister, who I'm very close with, about how Dad gave up smoking like 10 years ago, but would have a secret one every now and then after work. He was stupid. He'd put his coat that he'd been smoking in the tumble dryer, which would then just aerate the smell of nicotine everywhere. But the best ones as well, like he'd be like, yeah, see you later, and I'd forget something, have to go back, and he's washing his car, be smoking, he'd just plunge his hand into the water, or just like tuck it into his hand, and he'd be like, so it was kind of an ongoing joke about that. But yeah, my dad, he was just very playful and difficult. Like I actually had this discussion with my friend Amber of like how people like to create them as a more amazing being than they were. Like they are, and they were, but also 90% of the time he was a dick a lot of the time. And I loved him for it. And I love there's parts of me that are from him, but to be like, oh Dad, this was it. My sister, this is what I'm like, sorry. My sister on like Christmas Day was like, what do you think Dad would be doing right now? And everyone was like, oh, he'd be getting the beef in, and I was like, he'd be having the grossest lager shit on the toilet right now and be in there for like an hour, and then it would be just, and then it would just go everywhere. And then he'd be like, I fucking hate Christmas. You take ages to make dinner. I was like, there's nothing nice about it. Like, that is more beautiful.
Love the real person.
Yeah,
not
that is
fake
more beautiful.
image of them. That's what real love is, isn't it? It's loving people with their lumps and bumps and annoyances and everything. Rather than making it some sacred person who could do no wrong, because that's bullshit.
Exactly. But ultimately he I think he wanted to create a family that he didn't have. He's very close with his like his family side. But he just wanted, everything he did was about making everyone happy. And I don't think we all really properly realised that until he had gone, of that he did everything. He planned everything. He paid, well, I say paid for everything, but paid everything and organised everything. And he was just so quiet about all of it that as soon as they're gone, you're like, fuck. They really held us together. Because now we're like splintered, like,
fucked now.
How do we do it? But yeah.
I like that.
Oh.
I didn't know that. So we like to keep it, really honest and true. So we didn't really ask too many details before. But yeah, one of my dads died from lung cancer. And he quit smoking 5 years before he got the diagnosis. I wonder, actually.
I'm really worried.
I have many dads. Have I mentioned that?
Double the grief.
Yeah. But it's funny, when he died, the very first thing I did as a teenager was like, well, I'm going to start smoking.
Right?
Because you do. Because you just think, also I think that's wrapped up in grief as well. Like, well, fuck it. If he's gone,
yeah, exactly.
Coming, Daddy!
Yeah. Doing a whole pack and we'll go.
God, yeah.
I actually, when it happened, it was in Exmouth, and then I drove home to Exeter because I was like, I've just got to go home and just like do something. And I stopped off at a co-op. I got out and there was a young lad waiting outside a co-op who I knew was going to ask me to go and buy him some alcohol or something.
Oh, classic.
Does that still happen?
It does still happen.
I'm glad it does.
And he just, you could tell I was not doing okay. And I was just like, I stopped because, very British, and was just like, of course I'll stop and help. And then he was like, I've really forgot my ID and I really need a packet of fags. And I just went, hold up right there. My dad's just died. and then just stormed in. Yeah. And there was like 10 Marlboro Lights. It's like, and I think about that poor lad, like he probably doesn't remember, but I was intense.
The power of that.
And I think I should have been like, maybe lung cancer as well, or something like that. Don't do it.
That was a free life lesson. He'll think twice next time.
Exactly.
He sees it and he's like, no.
I'm a bit confused because my dad died of prostate cancer, or bum rot, as I like to call it.
Oh.
So what should I start doing or quit doing?
Oh, maybe smoke through your bottom.
Maybe. Can you do that?
Can you smoke through your bottom?
I'm actually.
Reverse fart?
I'm trying to think about it. It's like it's when you clench.
If you clench in your butt, right?
You're doing it.
Can you imagine your butthole like...
Trying to do it. What is it when you clench your vagina? What's that called?
Oh, yeah.
It's
I don't know.
Is a pelvic floor.
Pelvic floor. You need to do a pelvic floor with your bottom.
Okay.
You wouldn't understand. So we've gone way off topic here.
Absolutely.
But one question I'm going to throw at you is, what has your experience been around anything around grief that might have pissed you off?
That's a complicated one. I think I wouldn't say I lost loads of friendships. I think my friendships changed really dramatically. I wanted to tell everyone like straight away. I wanted to talk to everyone about it, and I think I assumed it would be completely normal for someone to sit and listen to you maybe 90 times talking about the same thing. And I will say I have had a few people that have been able to do that, but it was amazing how that didn't happen. And it was a one-time only discussion. And I wouldn't say people avoided me, but I think I was too intense with it. Because like, how do you describe grief? It's like everything is shattered. Yeah. Nothing is normal. You give no fucks about anything or anyone, but you are also desperately trying to cling on to some connection. And you're like, please let me tell you about the thing that is killing me. Yeah. And they're like, and I think it is, they're going, it's contagious. I think they are like, I don't want my dad to die. So they're like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. Yeah. And I think that is, that's the most upsetting thing that apart from now, I haven't had many conversations about it. And I think I've learned that I've just gone, I don't know if I've got the energy to do it. Also, I'm scared of only being able to say it once and never again. Like this weird thing around it.
And also if it's like only once, it's like you can't kind of revisit it. Like if, or remember when we spoke about this last week, where I'm now feeling like this, it's a bit like, you feel a bit of a burden on that person. Yeah. But, I don't know, you just can't, you're always trying to, I don't know.
Other
You're
people
trying...
feeling uncomfortable about it, that's difficult. That's what I can't cope with.
Yeah, or even if that person isn't feeling uncomfortable with it, you think that you're going to make them feel uncomfortable about it, so you kind of reserve yourself, or you don't kind of give everything up.
Yeah.
And then you've only kind of like half-assed kind of spoken about it, so you're still left with like remnants of like what you wanted to say still stuck inside you. So,
and that makes me angry.
and that
It's another thing that makes me angry.
Right.
It does, though. But it absolutely comes down to the fact that as a culture, we just don't deal with death. It's just not part of a normal... It's not anymore, anyway. It's not part of a normal conversation. And it is still a bit of a remnants of like, come on, chin up, get on with it. I look forward... I like imagining, generations that come after us. We've sat here and talked a lot about how our parents' generation was very much stiff upper lip, don't deal with things, I don't have emotions. Now we live in a time where you can take mental health days from work, which our parents and grandparents would scoff at.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What's that going to look like in a few generations' time? It would be interesting to see. Because I'd like to think that it would be a case of, you can have a conversation about some of the tough stuff over and over again, and it's completely normal.
The other thing is like... the things I hate people saying, which is meant to be like kind and like inclusive, but it's like it happens to all of us. Like it's this beautiful thing and saddest thing. It happens to all of us, but it fucking means nothing. I'm sorry, but that my grief is not yours.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
Yeah.
And I would say that I had to deal with all of my dad's like estate stuff. My mom couldn't handle it.
Wow,
weirdly, coincidentally, a month before my dad asked me to be his
power of attorney.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't think it's related at all. I think he was trying to get things in order. So I was right on it.
Yeah.
But trying to contact these companies, and they have bereavement.
Yeah, bereavement lines.
They still don't get it. And to have to keep saying, my dad died on February 24th, 2020.
Yeah.
Like that I had to keep erasing him over and over and over and over. And then they would still question stuff.
Yeah.
I remember one time he finally got glasses, the classic thing where they're like, I don't need glasses. He finally got glasses. And you could return, it was with Specsavers, you can return them and get the money back. I tried to do that with Specsavers and they were like, we need him to come and collect them. Oh! And I was like, he fucking can't. I can drag him if he wants paid. Yeah. It's so amazing. And then they're like, we're going to need the death certificate. And I was like, that doesn't come for fucking ages. And I remember just like the battle that you have when you're like, why is no one prepared for this? Like, that is so tiring.
And how people just don't kind of almost believe you straight away. It's like, is there like a mass criminal like gang going around pretending that people are dead to like claim back glasses?
Yeah.
You're like, come on, Susan. Fucking hell.
Do you know, my other half, Seb, he works for an energy company and he often gets put on the bereavement line. He did it for a very long time. It's actually really beautiful to listen to him. And he hates work, but he's very, very good at this and doesn't back off when they have to say those words. It's really moving when they have to say, unfortunately, often it's wife or my father's passed away, and he will stop everything and go, I'm really sorry about that. That is awful. I hope that you're okay. Let's try and make this as quick, as easy as possible. But he does it in his own, a better way, a more professional way than I'm giving any credit for. But it's refreshing because that is such a long, like you were saying there, it is such a process to go through, to have to do that again and again and again and again and just actually hear the words. And sometimes I will be able to overhear the person on the other end breaking down crying just as they say the words of... And my husband's passed away, and their voice cracks, and you're like, oh,
yeah. You want to be like, oh, raise me. I don't want to be. Yeah.
Well.
Is there anything embarrassing or annoying or anything that particularly pissed you off? That your dead dad pissed you off about? Is that the right terminology? Is there anything he pissed you off about? Is there anything he pissed you off? Pissed him off?
I don't know. Matty's broken.
He's glitching.
What did David do? Oh my God, it's catching. What did Dave do that pissed you off? Or have you got a really good embarrassing story about?
Well, there is a scenario that happened time and time again, which is equally annoying. And I wouldn't say embarrassing, but it's just a hilarious setup.
Okay.
Is that, so I've mentioned that my dad really struggled with sharing his emotions, so he'd have these outbursts.
Yeah.
And I say now, when Dad was alive, I cried. He made me cry the most out of anyone else in this world.
Yeah.
And I think will remain to that, is because he was quite strict in lots of things. He aimed his, what he considered respectful is things like keeping a room tidy, hanging out with your mum more, never swearing, never being angry, kind of classics. But basically just to, I wouldn't say control you, but, keeping a level of tone in my house. Yeah. So he would go through phases of not really talking much and whatever. And then it would team up with, I'm in the kitchen. We've got this lovely kitchen, and at the back there's a bathroom with a bath. My dad always had an inch water bath. Save on that fucking water, get that butter juice off. And it would happen all the time. You'd have a bath after you came back from work. I'd end up being there. I'd be talking about something, and you might overhear it.
Yeah.
And he'd come out of the bath. He'd always have a green towel. I'm not sure why he liked a green towel. And he'd wrap it around like a toga.
Yeah.
Tuck it in. Obviously, he's like 60, so he's got big kind of beer belly hanging over. And I kind of want to do it because he'd come out like this. And he'd be like, I think we've really got to talk about some stuff. And every time, and then obviously a little shuffle of the bollocks to make sure whilst I'm talking they don't stick to your leg, kind of like. And it would go into this hardcore discussion about what my life is, or what I am like. And sometimes my sister would be there as well. And it would be so intense. It was so horrible as well. It was annoying, but it was so intense. It would start from me being like, I really want new curtains in my room. It would then him being like, well, your room's always tidy, to then you are really disappointing, to you are never going to be, you can never take on responsibility. It always would go. Yeah. And the whole time he would be in this toga. And it was amazing. And then my mum would give him a back scratch. He'd be trying to get something, and she'd be like, like that. So he'd be sitting there, and eventually it would always end in me and my sister crying. We would just not know what's happening, but we'd be crying. So my dad would be there.
I'm imagining
just doing this, and we're like,
Dad's adjusting his balls
every time.
Crying.
And he would always feel really shit afterwards as well. He'd be like, I didn't mean to make you cry, but it was when someone's not angry, but their passion is so intense that it affects you straight away, and that would just make me and my sister cry. We'd be like, cool, we're not going to talk to you for a couple of days because of this.
Yeah,
I'm wondering, I'm kind of visualising. Now I'm visualising the dead dad in a towel.
Yeah. Alive, though, at the time.
Alive.
He's not in his grave in a towel.
Jesus.
How do you know? So I'm imagining
He
that.
was burnt.
That'll do it.
I think so I have a theory about why he came out of the bath and then started kind of all this, is that he's sat in silence or that reflective time. He's stewed in a bath
In an inch.
like a fucking crystal. Soaked in all this fucking energy. You've left it in a pool of Dartmoor water in the moon.
Yeah.
And now he's just radiated.
Yeah, he's purging. He's like, here we go.
I'm recharged.
I'm ready to dad.
Yeah. That inch of water really got me going. I think it probably was, yeah. I really wish I could have more of these conversations about ridiculous stuff. To be like, what would you do if you were in that situation? What would you do? Would you walk away? Would you,
Well, you can't do anything when you're still in your parents' home.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't do anything. You have to be the behaving child. You just have to take it. Honestly, I think I would just start doing something ridiculous. I'd probably
Sorry.
I would probably just start using humour, which is why my family hate me. Have to send to me, because that's my only way of dealing with it. I'd be like, I thought it's such a great idea, Daddy.
Yeah.
Something like that till they give up out of frustration. But technically, I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do. And it's interesting that, like, they can't switch off from dad mode. So he would have been bathing in that inch of water, listening to it all. Being like,
Why
right.
did you look at Matty for that?
I don't know why.
Just because, you like it?
Yeah, you like it. And yeah, it's because Matty's baths are like gallons of water. He bathes in a tank.
You are so enraged when you come out. Like,
so much rage.
Literally.
But they can't switch off from that and just come out and let you be free to do. It's always got to be, I need to intercept here.
yeah, it absolutely is.
And then it escalates. Oh my God. Yeah. So another question for you is, what was your dead dad dinner? What dinner do you remember Dave making?
Dave would have 3 cheese sandwiches stacked on top of each other. No joke at all. That is literally it. With lots of salt, lots of butter.
Yeah.
And actually, it's a wonderful thing because I still do it to this day with anybody else I see.
Yeah.
But my mum would usually make loads up, wrap cling film them, put them in the fridge, bring them out. Obviously some celery on the side maybe, just for a little bit of health. But I would always take a single bite, put it back. And it was like the ongoing joke since I was a kid. I would do it every time.
Yeah.
And I do kind of, if I see my mum now and she's made a sandwich, I'll do the same. Because their sandwich is like, this big. Little mom sandwich. And you're just like... but yeah, cheese sandwiches. He was not the healthiest dude in the world. Or also like, I don't know what we call it in Devon. It's not a stew, but it'd be like, it's literally beef mince in gravy with peas, and then you make mash.
Cottage pie.
But it's like separated.
Oh, it's separated.
Yeah, it's not like
deconstructed.
It's
but
a
with absolutely
deconstructed
no
cottage
extra
pie.
flavour. There was no like Worcestershire sauce
Oh,
or anything. It would just be
nothing like
that.
that.
And it was grey. But like, I don't know what it is. It was really fucking tasty as well.
It's a northern thing.
It's a bloody northern thing.
Bloody
isn't it?
northern's weird, isn't it?
But cheese sandwich, that will always.
Cheese sandwich. How did he have the cheese in the sandwich?
Was it triangles or oblongs?
It was it sliced or
oblongs.
was it grated?
Oblongs.
No, thick slice.
Thick slice.
Butcher bought.
Wow.
Whatever ones. Obviously cheap bread. Strong. Yeah, extra mature cheds.
Wow.
Anything
Always.
in there to kind of cement this whole structure together, like a
Butter.
pickle?
Bit of a butter. No, he was really not
Plain.
that guy. Plain. Just straight up plain. Maybe
Plain
a bit
dough.
of mustard. Depends how fancy he was going.
Oh, mustard and cheese.
Because he was a smoker, you got to taste something. Yeah,
it's
like,
true.
there's a hint of mustard there.
Yeah.
The dryness of that.
Yeah.
My mouth
Try
is
it
doing
now,
that.
though. Be
I
banging.
am all over that. I love the plain.
Yeah.
I am all over that. No sauce, no fucking around.
It's a kid's sandwich, isn't it? I love it.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it. This is quickly becoming my favourite feature. I feel like you really get to know a person by their dinners. I don't know why.
I feel like there's definitely going to be a recipe book coming along when we've got enough content to actually film it.
Dinners. Oh, that's such a lovely idea. It'd be like, this is David John Simmons.
Yeah.
No fucking around cheese sandwich.
Need a gallon of salt. That's all you need.
I love it. Do you want to go for the final question, Matty?
The final question. Oh, really? The final one?
Is it final?
Yes, it's the final one.
Death is final, isn't it?
Death is quite final, but not in your mind. It continues on and on.
Oh, yeah.
What did he leave you? What did he leave you?
Do you know, I when I read this on the thing, I was, went into instant panic when you're like, oh my God, did they leave me anything? Was there any lessons I learned? Was there any, and it's, then you start picking out everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Of course it was this, of course it was this, of course it was this. It's going to be so deep. But I think that there's beauty in being silent, and there's also issues with being constantly silent. Meaning that I definitely find that I can have this where I'm really vibrant and punchy and like love talking. I will be quiet for the next 2 days after this because it doesn't. I'm an introvert, but like it exhausts me in a nice way. I'm like, cool, now I need to reset. And I think my dad was exactly like that. Apart from what I was saying about, shouldn't be so silent. But I think when he was choosing his moments of being like, we're in a car journey, we don't need to make conversation. And I think one time he said to me, I was trying to make a conversation with him in the car, and he interrupted me. He's like, you don't need to. and just carried on. And I was like, and at the time felt really upset, but I want to say that to my partner sometimes as well, just being like, you don't need to.
Let's just not.
Yeah, it's like, if you can play your game, it's fine. And I think there's something really wonderful that you probably hear a lot of things as well when you're a bit more silent. Like I usually in like social groups, people always think I'm being awkward, but I'm just listening in. It's so much nicer sometimes. And then being like, suddenly you jab in because you're like, oh, I've got something to say about that. But you're like, you're kind of like on the edge. But also the issues around being silent is that sometimes you don't in the moment go, I have a problem with this. I have a problem with what you're saying. Or, my situation at work, I definitely that's instilled by him because he would push back at work all the time. And I'm just like, I'm not fucking having this. I'm not like, no fucking around. I'm going to say something. And so, there's that balance. But in other ways, like I'm pretty creative. He loved doing woodwork. He'd be one of those people that would find like a piece of wood and then he'd make it into a candle holder. Not very good, mind, but like it would be really sweet. Or he'd make, like one time he came home and he made this massive like chessboard on our garden floor.
Wow.
And made all these little blocks for them. And he was always quick to, or I'd be like, I need some shelves in my bedroom. And he wouldn't say anything to me and then just turn up with all the wood and he'd be like, like nod, like I'm come to do it. Like, that his like response to helping, he was always there, maybe didn't make a big deal about it, which is quite nice. There's so many things, isn't there? It's so hard to get around it.
Sounds like he left you fucking loads.
I think he did. And it's so like, not to take away from what we're talking about in this question, is that I don't know what you guys feel, but like I kind of prefer myself now to what I was before. And I don't for one second go, well, it's better without Dad. I don't think that. No. But I go, I had to fucking change because it was pushed on you. For whatever your version of you needed to do or whatever grief gave you. But the like, I take on a lot more responsibility. I'm much more like, cut no shit.
It makes you grow a bit, doesn't it?
It does make you grow. And there's such a like a wonderful but like sad thing about that, because I'm like, my dad doesn't know this version of me. And I think he would, I don't want to say proud, I hate it, I don't know if he was ever like that kind of proud, but like I think he'd be like, you know, and it's a shame that it's had to be this to get to this. So
I think that's really nice when you were saying about you've had to change, and that you become this kind of person. I think I definitely did the same. I think losing Dad and Mum made me, I lost so much, but I also gained quite a lot by losing it. I think maybe there's some ties, that were just kind of severed, and I felt more free to do things and to feel things and to, and just not have to, I guess. Yeah, definitely a change.
So basically, if your dad's still alive, you're losing out.
You are losing out. You can't be the best version of yourself.
You've always been held back.
Yeah. And it doesn't apply if they're in their 90s, sorry. Lucky fucking you.
They're such a ball and fucking chain.
I don't know if I haven't listened to all your episodes, sorry. But have you guys ever discussed what you think about after death?
Oh no, that's a really good question though. We've kind of gone around the idea of how did it feel compared to what you thought it might fel, but not directly like that.
How you think about after death?
How you think about death after? What did I say there? Sorry, my brain just stopped working there.
Are we thinking the same thing? I'm thinking like, do you think death is final?
Oh no, I'm completely thinking something else.
Okay, that's
sorry,
right?
Yeah. Do you think death is final? I have really seesawed with this, and I did think about it a heck of a lot when my dad, who raised me, John, when he died. And part of that is because I couldn't grieve for a very long time. And then I had a dream that my dad came to me, like a very vivid, real dream, that he came back to the house to say, look, don't worry about that, don't feel guilty. And I actually woke up in floods of tears, but like a huge relief had lifted off me. So, I mean, I think that was probably just a dream in a way. My own conscious mind was allowing me to let go and grieve. But at the time I was like, has he come back as a ghost?
Yeah.
Was that a ghost? Mum and Dad came back last night, you know. And I really seesaw between what does that mean about...
Your mum's like, that wasn't your dad, love.
Exactly.
He's taken my stereo, he's taken my TV, my laptop.
Yeah. I mean, we did live in the ghetto, so
Yeah.
probably what
My
happened.
entire underwear drawer is destroyed. I don't know what's going on.
The window's been smashed again. Getting cardboard up. Yeah. Oh, I miss my childhood. So, yeah, I really seesawed for many years. I think I'm at a point in my life where I'm very much believing in the science of it. So I feel like all of my thinking has come together where I like to believe that death isn't final, but not because I'm going to become an angel, but because of science. And, you know, whether I get burnt or buried, my atoms will change and evolve and, you know, hopefully be a seagull. I can shit on people or flowers, whatever. That's where I've got to. How about you guys?
I don't know. I'd like to think there is something after death. Maybe there's like, I'd like to think that maybe there's like a little holiday.
Yeah.
So like, you die and then you go to like those gates or whatever it is, those big revolving doors. And then you meet with all your dead, like your family.
Yeah.
And then you just have a little holiday. And then it's death. It's like a final kind of like,
Link up, hook
yeah.
up.
I wonder if that's like lightning speed scenario as well, or if it's like actually in our time.
Probably would be a quick one. We could only ever afford like a week away.
The red coats are like, plan again,
Yeah.
son.
About at some Pontins fucking caravan site, which is only half an hour down the road. Great holiday.
At least you had holidays.
So yeah, that's my
We didn't do holidays.
Neither did we. Latram Bay was the closest thing we did.
I've got
So-
to go on a swing every now and then.
that's it. I think that's what
a
the
nice
afterlife
idea.
is. It's a little holiday.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm really uncertain. I think I've really struggled with my grief of that. Similar to you, it was on pause for a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
My not to bring it all down there, but my sister, the older sister, got very ill, mentally ill, and she's still actually in a home at the moment. So and I had to put all of my energy into her care because it was full on, and I just didn't have enough time for
Didn't get the
myself.
space.
None of it. And actually, I really for 3 years that is literally now just kind of stopped. She's kind of stable as much as she can be stable. That it's only maybe in the last year it's all like popcorn. I was going to say pop work. You know, it's like popcorn of just things coming up where I'm like, is this now grief? Is this grief now? I don't know. And I know it. You know, people are like, it's like this. Well, you just go in and out of it, and it's true. But interestingly, so my friends have a ghost channel.
Oh, do they?
Two ghost girls.
Yeah.
They're sisters. They're both my best friends, and I started going on ghost hunts with them.
Yeah.
I'm not massively.
I've done them
like
before.
sure. Yeah, they're really fun. I just like going to abandoned places, to be fair, and acting like I'm brave when inside I'm like, there's gonna be somebody around the corner.
Yeah.
And I actually, for the first few that I did, I was so worried because they do the Estes method. If you know what that is, it's basically like a radio that sends out frequencies. And it runs through all the channels, and that's how you talk to spirits.
Wow.
It will come up with like things that are coming up. And I was so worried for so long that they'd ever say Dave, or they'd be like your dad or something. And nothing ever has happened like that. I don't think it's as simple if there is such a ghost world. I don't think it's as simple. However, my mum. So I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Didn't want to.
I had spells of that as a kid where your parents bring you into it.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. And when I got to 18, like, I was like, I don't want to do it because it was absolute bullshit. And I think, all religion, any organised religion is terrible in my eyes, sorry. And my mum is dipped in and out. My dad was never within it. My mum was, and she's dipped in and out of it. She's always been like, I don't want to see a ghost. She's always worried about, like, if Dad does exist, is he always looking down on us? Because I don't want him to see me having a piss or whatever. You know, she's very much that literal. And I'm like, I don't think it would work like that. I really don't. But she's had a couple of experiences now, ghost related. Yeah. And it's not because she's been looking for it. She really doesn't fucking want it. She doesn't think that communication could come that easy. Actually, so she is, this is really confusing, but my mum is in a I would say companionship, actually. It's not, they just need each other. And it was actually my dad's best friend from when they were kids. Okay. And he is very similar in personality. So that there is like a loveliness there, and also like,
it's a bit weird.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? And he lives in Lincolnshire, so they go back and forth. And my mum bumped into an ex-priest, never met him, nobody knew him. And he was just kind of went up to my mum and was like, I really need to talk to you about Dave.
Oh, God.
And then did this. She won't tell us. This is what the problem is. She won't tell us exactly what he said. She was like, it's too personal, I can't say. But the stuff she told us was just too, like, he wants you to know that he misses you. He wants you to know to move on. And I'm like, that stuff is too vague, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, it's too, like, nothing. But she has had incidences where she's just, she says she's prayed and been like, can you just please come back? Yeah. And in those moments, something's happened.
Yeah.
But that's hers, like I trust that that's what's going on for her. But like what's going on in there as well. And again, I've had a similar thing where I really struggled with grief, went to bed, had this real strong dream where I think I woke up and saw his shadow in the room and just cried. And I was like, is that fucking real, or was my brain doing stuff to me?
Was he wearing just a towel?
He's just this time he was dick out. He was just like just resting on a shelf as well. He's like, don't worry.
Well, yeah, it's very fun. I can tell you a story. So this is part of my journey of why I've seesawed with it. Lots of different experiences over the years. Some of them very similar to what you're saying. I worked on a feature film in Exeter for, it was meant to be 6 months. It ended up being 3 years. But it was really lovely. Now, part of that, we had to film with some real paramedics for a scene, because in this film, somebody died. And they wanted to make sure that we were getting it all correct about how to use the defibrillator and whatever. And so we spent time with 2 paramedics. During spending time with them, one of them, we're just in a breakout room, we're discussing death, because this film sort of touches on this question about, is death final? And it's her husband who dies in the film, and he sort of comes back in a way to kind of tell her everything's going to be all right, please move on, because she's feeling suicidal. So it's grief, there's lots of layers in it. And these paramedics were really interested in it. That's why they wanted to offer their help. And I spent some time, one of them told us a story, because of the stuff they see, they're literally bringing people back from the edge. And he said, you know what, I have always been a man of science, always. Don't believe in any of that, but this is why, that's changed since working on this job. And it's down to when I am working on somebody, and you will see something in their eyes literally leave them before they die. And he said the amount of times that this has happened, it cannot be a coincidence, because you will have somebody, you could have 2 people in exactly the same sort of circumstances. One doesn't make it, one does. The only difference that I have seen is that that look doesn't come out, you don't see, essentially what he was saying is their soul leave. And it's always stayed with me. It stayed with everybody who was in that room and heard that story, because he was a bit of a bloke as well. He was very science-based. And it was just his description of that, of like, I can't put it into words, but you see something leave them. And yet their vital signs and everything shows that their body is perfectly capable of, living and surviving. But there is something that happens that leaves them. And that for me, I always wrestle with whatever that is, that essence. Because you can work out all the science of, here's how your body functions, your heart pumps blood, and that functions your brain, and la 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 la. What makes your heart beat in the first place? When you are in the womb and you are conceived, what is that spark that goes, now?
Absolutely.
That essence. And if you've ever had any kind of experiences, you can feel somebody walk in the room. You know what I mean? And that for me is that thing that's behind a person's eyes. And that, where does that go? Like the rest of you goes to the worm fodder. But it's in any sentient being. Where does that soul go? Because like animals and things, dogs, they will have different personalities. Cats, they could be the same breed and everything out and be completely different.
Always assholes though.
Always assholes, yeah. But that for me, I'm not yet convinced of what happens to that.
Me neither.
Thing.
Yeah. I mean, again, they've said that energy can't just disappear.
Yeah.
And we are that. So, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it, viewers? Is that it?
And then...
Answers on a postcard, please.
Thank you so much, Ayeisha, for coming.
Thank you for having me. This has actually turned my day around. Weirdly, how is that possible?
We all turned up.
All turn of angry.
Turn around.
I've got the energy now to go to that laundrette.
Get those washed.
But yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thanks for being great on your board. I feel like you are one of us.
Oh,
welcome to the disco bus.
And I'm really enjoying this pub space that we've been let to have, so that's been really nice. I think we might have to use this again. It's quite nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Bit cold though, isn't it?
yeah.
Because it's January.
We'll bring a heat.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you for listening to Dead Dad Disco again, and we'll look forward to the next episode.
Yeah. Coming up in February.
So it's goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me. It's so cheesy, but I love it. I can see Ayeisha's next to me rolling her hands.
I know.
Come on.
In awkwardness. And it's goodbye from Ayeisha. And we hope you've enjoyed it.
Perfection. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to us, turning grief into giggles and loss into laughter.
We're sharing these tales to help others feel less alone.
We're just getting started, but we would love to bring guests in for future episodes.
Got a story? Want to disco with us?
Get in touch with us, links in the bio.
Let's make grief a little less grim.